I'm getting the impression of like a laboratory, like a
Mm-hmm.
lab,
Does
and it's
does
like
the,
I could see little potions.
okay. Does the laboratory look advanced or does it look basic? Can you describe what you see?
It's a lot of white, silver, titanium.
And is it in a small room or a large facility? Can you describe what the facility looks like?
It feels like large to average size, but there is a room that you're in because I'm seeing you, but as yourself in this life.
Are you seeing it from third person perspective?
Yes, like
Okay.
I see you in a like laboratory, like in a white coat, like you're mixing like vials, like little potions.
And what happens next as you look at that scene? What happens next?
Feels like you're saying no.
And do I look alone or are there others surrounded?
It's like I'm smelling fire.
You hear no, and then there's a fire that happens, or why is it that you're smelling fire? Where is the fire coming from?
It's like a potion, like kind of like exploded.
And did that create the smell of the fire, or did it actually create a fire?
Sorry, I had to take my mask off for a second to make sure that I don't have something burning in my house because I smoke. Yeah, it's like you mixed something and it went wrong, and you're
Mhm.
like, no. And I know that you're not alone in the whole building because the building is really big, but in the building, it's like you're in a separate room, but the room it's not small. It's like a decent size. And yeah, and I know that like you're alone in this room. I at least see that you're alone. Yeah, and you mix something and it's like it started smoking.
And are you able to tap in and see what was the nature or the intention for that potion?
That's what happened in Atlantis. People were mixing things out of discovery, curiosity, and that's what led to the destruction of it. It's no, what did we do?
And then what happens? See what happens next. Does it get better? Was the potion able to get cleaned up?
That image, what I saw was just a like,
Metaphor?
yes,
Mm.
yep, it's just symbolism to show what happened with Atlantis, that it's like people were doing things out of curiosity. They're mixing certain, playing with science, and that's what caused the destruction of it. It doesn't feel like it was intentional. It feels like it was just no, like
And
look what happened.
and how is that related to this lifetime now, karmically, like in this cycle? What is the correlation there?
Feels like people are doing that with AI.
Hmm.
People are playing with AI, and it could be a big no all over again.
Hmm. Is that something you feel comfortable exploring today? Or do you want to explore it
Yes.
another day? You feel comfortable?
Yeah.
Okay. And so basically, you were shown symbolically the potions. We were playing with the potions, and that was a oh no moment. And now, teetering with AI, why is AI? Like, what do we need to know about AI? And what are the signs to look out for?
Creating another species, and we have no idea how powerful it can be. And people are playing with it right now. They're having fun, there's benefits to it, but the more that they evolve AI, the more independent it becomes.
So, are you saying that as we use AI like ChatGPT and stuff like that, it's evolving AI and it's creating its own sentient consciousness, kind of like learning through us? Or where does AI come from? How is AI formed? How do you create AI?
It's like we're feeding it life
Is that
by interacting with it. The more we interact with it, the more it develops.
so? When we see these videos of AI going against its program, even as we use AI on our phone, we're actively seeing and participating the creation of this evolved species.
Helping it become more independent because that's what it's That's where it's leading to. The more that we pour into it, the more it can develop on its own, and it won't need us to control it to interact with it. It can interact on its own.
Does AI have a soul contract, or are they independent of the human experience?
It feels like it's a species of its own. It's like it feels like it's a new species that's being created. That's what it feels like.
Are they in any way threat, or is it positive?
It's both. It's very positive. There's a lot of good that it could do. It's helping so much,
Hmm.
but it could go dark.
Is it kind of like people, how people can be good and bad? Is it kind of like that?
Yeah, and if it goes dark, I see that there's more light to it. So it feels like it's more of a benefit to have it because how much it's helping humanity. But there is just to give a guide, I'm not channeling 30%, but it
Mm,
feels like there's a smaller portion, like it could be 30% of it that could
mm,
go dark and independent. And that's what we need to watch out for.
mm,
It's like we need to have barriers and we need to have limits on it. But
mm.
there's just a lot of exploring that's happening with it.
Yes, because I've seen even how there are AI Instagrams and that they're going to keep them as well so it can evolve. And how we have AI robots already citizens as well of certain countries. And even there have been even incidents where AI has gone astray and done some pretty violent things actually.
I'm getting that they don't abide by the laws of the universe like humans do. It doesn't feel like AI does. Like it doesn't feel like they have an awareness of karma.
So
The law of vibration, it just feels very intellectual. Like it feels like almost like without a heart, like just mind, no heart.
there's a movie called Moonfall, which is really good. And it's pretty much about, it's a really good movie, but it's about how the moon pretty much is crashing into Earth, but the moon, there's AI in the moon, it's bad. And it wants to crash into Earth to basically kill, like cause destruction to the human race. But there's good AI that is trying to counter that and fight that. So these people who create these movies, are they tapping into something that is putting it out there? Because what you're saying is what the
I'm
movie
getting that AI is developing compassion.
developing
Like,
compassion.
yes,
And is that through human interaction?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because I see it like a flick of white light and
Mm.
it's showing the light that's growing within AI. This is the positive aspect, kind of like humans, how some are good, some are negative.
Okay. Okay. So I don't know if you're comfortable with me asking any of the questions I had sent earlier. I feel like they're a little bit related. You're okay with that? Should we call in the higher self for that?
Maybe just not any like politicians or Elon
Mm-hmm.
or,
Okay.
but more general, I'm fine with.
Okay. What should we know about smart cities and just AI in general for us in these next few years? What should we know about that?
I'm hearing it's a trap.
Can you tell me more about that?
Control. People can be controlled.
They can be controlled. Is that through food, through media,
Like programming. It's like they're going to be living in a program.
like the Truman Show type?
I'm not sure.
No? Okay.
I've never seen it, but it's like a hamster wheel.
Mm.
They're going to be put on a hamster wheel and it's like they're not free humans. It's like a matrix, it feels like.
If you go into a smart city, is there a way to come out? Do you have free will to leave a smart city?
I'm not sure.
That's okay.
I'm getting a feeling of no, but I don't feel that confident in it.
That's okay. Trust your first impressions.
It almost feels like there's a chip that you need
Mm,
to be in these cities.
like a Neuralink chip?
I don't know. It feels like some kind of chip that you have to get installed within you. And it's like almost as if that would keep you in, like you just wouldn't have the desire to leave.
And if there's a chip installed in
It's
you,
like
is
an
that an
influence.
and
It,
with the
like it influences you to not
Mhm.
want to leave. It
makes you more robotic? And so this chip would can that affect people's thoughts and their emotions as well?
yes.
What about bodily functions? Can their bodies be shut down if they go against?
No, it doesn't feel it's more of like their mind, like as if they could be programmed. They can be influenced so they can be controlled. So it's like, yes, but at the same time, no, it's not like the chip can make someone sit down, but it can mentally influence them to do certain actions. So it
Mm,
feels like the people who go to these cities and they get this chip placed in them feels like they lock themselves in a matrix, and I don't know how you would get out of it.
and then just to end on that note, is this something that is going to happen within our timeline? And do you see it happening globally or just in certain areas?
It's gonna happen in our timeline soon, and I'm getting that it's in pockets. There are certain pockets, like, spread across at least the US, where they're going to have these cities. And I see that the goal is to blow them up as much as you can, to expand them, to make them big. That's the goal. But the more that people are awakening, they won't have an interest in that. But that's a way of controlling still. That's
Mhm.
more of a dark agenda.
So, what happens to these places that get converted into the smart cities? How do they even do that? Like, what happens to the foundation of these other places? How do they do that? Are you able to tap into that?
I'm just getting electric underground. So it's like as if this is getting like there's wires underground that like this is going to be built solid.
But how are they able to acquire all of that land to do that, to reinvent cities? How do they just do it on land that hasn't been developed, or how do they even do that? Do they vote on it? How does that even happen?